Welcome back to Moonborn, and we're going to be finishing off Season 3 with episodes 9 and 10, and then we can finally start Season 4 and see how many seasons are there are in Moonborn. I don't remember if it was 4 or 5. I feel like it was 4 though, so I feel like Cells in the Fog is the only one that went towards 5, but I'm not certain. Let me check. Walk through, let's see. Moonborn, almost there. No, it has 5 seasons. So after these 2 episodes, we have 2 seasons left. So we'll have to go ahead and mosey on through those to get through that, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and get started. It says Mia search take her to the cemetery. Fun. That's exactly where we want to be. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright. The Crypt. The night road was almost empty. Francis kept looking at Mia driving a rental-car. Tell me something. Like? Doesn't matter. What do you know about werewolves? Which vampires do you know? So I'm gonna talk about the vampires or talk about the werewolves. Apparently I chose to talk about the vampires last time. The vampire looked at Mia with interest. Definitely. Pretty boy. He is one of the vampires I know. Come on. How does he stay in the sunlight? Bart lives like a normal person. Of course. Not aging, not getting sick, and incredible resistance. Nothing extraordinary about any of that. Don't be like that. You understand what I'm talking about. The girls began to discuss the pros and cons of vampirism. The car jerked, swung, and slightly tilted. Damn it. The vampire swore loudly. What happened? Slowing down sharply, Francis stopped at the curb. Did we get a flat tire? Seems like it. Wow. They went out. Mia saw a piece of metal sticking out of the front tire. Oh. How about to say, what a crappy rental place. Got a spare? Yeah. Opening the trunk, the vampire chuckled. God damn it. Idiots. What the kind of hell kind of rental car doesn't have a spare tire? So it is a crappy rental place. So what's the plan? I'll call the rental service, tell them where they can pick up their car. And where they should, well, park it. Then we'll catch a ride. The first 2 cars raced by. Finally, the girls were lucky and the car slowed down in front of them. Next to the driver was another guy. Did your car break down? Yeah, we need to get to Orleans. Can you give us a ride? The driver looked at his friend. Sure, no problem. Get in. Sitting in the back seat, Francis asked, Where are you going? Actually to Orleans, so we'll get you right to your destination. Super. Thank you. Traveling? Something like that. You speak English. Are you from Great Britain? I'm French. And your friend? You can ask me. From America. Are you a student studying here? I'm on vacation. Francis no longer participated in the dialogue. What are you going to do in Orleans? Mia was evasive, but still answered the questions. Considering it's only polite to talk to those who help them. How come your boyfriend let you come alone to Europe? Or maybe you don't have one? He trusts me. After a few kilometers, the conversation somehow dried up by itself. Mia, closing her eyes, dozed off. Suddenly, why would you doze off in a stranger's car? Why did we stop? What happened? How will you pay? You probably have no money. Exactly, and you have to pay, girls. In advance. Get up. Oh, you really should not do that. Now. With a bored face, Francis opened the door and got out of the car. Mia followed her lead. We turned off the main road. Nobody will see us here. The second one laughed unpleasantly. And no one will hear. There is no one around to see it, so take off your clothes. The driver extended his hand to Mia. Stand still. What is it like? He stopped as if frozen. I can't. Shut your mouth. You... Francis caught the eye of the second guy and he fell silent mid-sentence. Maybe it's for the best. We'll throw their corpses into the bushes and take the car. Do not. I agree about the car, but we won't kill them. Do you feel sorry for these freaks? Do you know what they had planned? I understand. I don't feel comfortable about this whole situation. Obviously, these guys are rapist assholes and they deserve what's coming to them. But, I don't want to just let them go. And see, the problem was I thought that to punish them properly, just don't kill would be okay. But when... Basically what happens is she makes one of them sexually touch the other. And it's just really uncomfortable. And they kind of watch and Francis kind of laughs. But I don't find anything funny about any of the situation. So I guess I can try the other one. But I just hope it doesn't involve the same thing. If it does, I might cut that part out. I don't know. I didn't like this option. The choice had little impact on the relationship with Francis. What the other one does, I don't care. Let's give them a good beating and then leave them here. We'll be in Orleans by the time they get to the police. Okay, we'll take their phones. Who are you? Modern women, asshole. With clenched fist, the vampire approached the driver. It was just a bad joke. It wasn't a fucking joke. Yeah, hilarious. Forgive us. No. I will, but not just yet. Mia stepped aside. She could hear dull thuds, groans, and sobbing guys. Francis soon called her back. Who's driving? You drove the last stretch. You have the gift for it. What? You handled the driver quickly. Oh, that. I don't know. I have nothing to compare it with. You're stronger than any vampire convert. Luke called it the gift of blood and the gift of moon. Is it suitable terms? I think I'm gonna ask why is that? I don't know. I think this has been the case since ancient times. Vampires are strong, fast. They develop at the expense of foreign blood. And the moon? We prefer the night, obviously. The night sky has always enchanted people. It was associated with something magical. I guess. After a moment's silence, Francis said thoughtfully, Well, you are the Moonborn. What does this mean? The prophecy from the museum does not give any specific explanations. What should change after you appear? If only I knew. Still have to learn more about Francis. Tell me about yourself. The vampire grimaced as if she had eaten something nasty. Why do you need this? You asked about me. Is it strange that I want to know a little more about you? It'll be easier this way. What are you interested in? Where you're from? How old are you? What was your life like before vampirism? Pfft, I see. Alright, why not? Mia tried to help start the story. You were born in Paris. My mother immigrated to France from Somalia. She was trying to make ends meet. She had no papers. She was black. It's not easy today, but back then, my parents did not make her life any easier. Hard work and need quickly drained her life powers. At 6, I was left alone, sent to an orphanage. Even if she did have relatives, they might be back in Somalia. Life wasn't a piece of cake there either. Francis's face brightened. She smiled. No, it was a very nice place with really great people. They taught me a lot and supported me. And then? I studied, joined the committee, then Albania, Congo. Committee? What are you talking about? International Committee of the Red Cross. I was a volunteer. Then Iraq. Wow. This time the vampire was silent for a long time. Images of war revived in Mia's mind, from the movies, books, and online news. But she understood these are just the incorporeal mirages of what Frances saw in reality. After gathering her thoughts, the vampire clearly pronounced, "Captivity." I should not have questioned her. These things are terrible to remember. Frances continued. 1.5 months seemed like an entire life back there. We were released. Upon returning to France, it turned out that I was HIV positive. With a lump in her throat, Mia held back her tears. And I broke down, gave up. Friends tried to support me, but I didn't care. I deliberately destroyed myself. Drugs, erratic ties, money problems quickly arose. The moment came when it seemed I'd hit rock bottom. Then Luke appeared. Mia did not know what to say. The usual words of sympathy seemed to her too empty and insignificant. They got through the rest of the way to Orleans without any incident. Wow. Frances had a rough life. Jeez. The owner of Supernatural Today listened carefully, went down to the basement. Is it Supernatural Day? I thought it was Supernatural Daily. I don't remember. There was a growl from behind the door where Trevor was locked. Mr. Fall said that he would soon begin controlling himself. Poor guy. The journalist trying to get out was kicking the door. Uh-oh. Mr. Bell hurried upstairs, reaching for his phone. The call caught Max in the shower. Damn, it's good I didn't shampoo yet. Yes? Mr. Fall, it's me. What happened? Trevor is going to knock down the door, and I heard something snapping. I'm afraid the lock won't hold much longer. The werewolf pressed the phone to his ear with his shoulder. Without drying off, he began to dress quickly. I'm coming. Max opened the door to the editorial office. It's quiet. I don't like it. Oh, if you didn't notice, Max has a new outfit. He looks super cute in it, too. Mr. Bow? Mr. Fall, thank God you're here. Or why are you all wet? How do I take a picture of him, Mr. Bow? Wait. Yeah, no, it's fine. I thought it was finished. The owner of the magazine got out from under the table. Oh, poor thing. Trevor ran away. Did you go down there? Yes. Why the hell? I forbade it. It's a full moon. Wasn't he sedated? No, he no longer needs those. He got furious because he sensed you. I'm sorry. Fall ran into the street. Oof. He closed his eyes and relaxed, carefully sniffed at the air. The road, the cat, the sugary sweet perfume, and the wolf. That's Trevor. The trail led towards the park. It's a miracle you didn't cross any people along the way. Finding the journalist was not difficult. A big shaggy shadow lurked in the bushes. Trevor. Don't whine. Nothing to be afraid of. It's me, Max. The half-wolf straightened his back. Fall saw a small red skin on the grass. Have you eaten a squirrel? Well done. You had your dinner. Gourmet. Now it's time to go back. Calm down, Trevor. Calm. Max cautiously stepped forward. At the same second, the journalist, breaking the branches, rushed away. Stop, you fool. Fall ran after him. I got you, buddy. Max shoved the tied-up Trevor into the trunk of his SUV. A policeman came out from behind the trees. Hey, sir? Yes? Good evening. Good evening. A huge dog has been running around here. Perhaps a rabid one? Do I fit the description? No. Then how can I help you? It's scaring the park visitors. It might be dangerous. Have you seen it? The werewolf leaned his back against the trunk. Huge rabid dog? Can't say that I have. Nope. Okay, be careful on the road. Of course. Surprised Judge Trevor didn't make the trunk bed. Oh my goodness. I like the little snippet back too. There, I feel like they're playing with the like scenes and chapters, so it's not just so like brah story or whatever. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. Leaving the car on the outskirts of Orleans, the girls waited a day at a roadside hotel. The cold weather forced Mia to change clothes. Right, what am I wearing this time? It's kind of fun, even though it's kind of saggy in the bum. Beige cloak. Also kind of fun. A red cardigan. A low-key cardigan. I feel like I picked this last time, too. I don't know what it is. I just started picking clothes that, like, weren't gym choices. I don't think they matter too much. Besides, I don't particularly like any of those. I'm gonna go with the free option. And then they went to the cemetery. Well, where should we look for the right crypt? No idea. It doesn't look like they were still burying people here 20 years ago. Everything is overgrown. There are no signs. I have absolutely no desire to just wander on the trails here looking. Any idea what we should do? There must be a caretaker or a supervisor. Do you remember the small building at the entrance? Two girls in the ancient cemetery in the middle of the night are looking for an old burial. I wonder who he will take us for. I forgot what to say. Oh well. Returned to the gates of the cemetery, they knocked at the house with the lights still on. The door was opened by an elderly, weary lord. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Good evening. I'm sorry to trouble you. We're journalist students from America driving through here. We have a bus early in the morning, that's why we're here at this late hour. Can you help us? What exactly do you need? We were writing a term paper about culture figures of France. One famous person is buried here, Luca Mera. Could you show us to his crypt? I would want to make a couple of shots. Oh, of course. Follow me, please. Thank you. I love the French. That sounds strange. You're a savior. Now we'll have a great term paper. Right, Francis? Perplexed a bit, the vampire followed Mia's lead and nodded. Yes, you helped us a lot. The caretaker, having invited the girls into the house, took a dilapidated journal out of the closet. When was he buried? Scrolling through the several pages, the man nodded. Oh, here. I have found him. Come, I will show you. He led them along a path winding between tall gravestones. Mia is good at lying. I don't know what that says about her, but okay. The moon shadows of stone angels reluctantly retreated in the light of the lantern. It's here. I would say it's an inconspicuous crypt, exactly like all the others. We'll stay here a bit and look around if that's okay. I need to feel the atmosphere. The caretaker looked suspiciously at the girls. In France, we have a very severe punishment for vandalism. What? No, we're not. I hope I am not to regret trusting you. Do not worry, just taking a few pictures. The man left them alone. Shall we break in the door? Mia Sadlick followed the caretaker back up the trail. Let me try to open the lock. I don't want to make noise. What are you, a thief? No, but the lock looks old and rusty. What if it works? I got into a bank. Surely I can get into a crypt. Taking a hairpin from my purse, Mia leaned in front of the door. She was carefully lifting the iron pins for a couple of minutes, but the lock did not yield. Dang it. Mia closed her eyes, listening to the rattle inside. Slowly she turned the hairpin left and right. One more pin, I think. Did I get it? What? The door opened. Wow, not bad. Shall we? Come on. Okay, let's quickly get in, grab what we need, and get out before he comes back. Lighting their way with their phones, they entered the crypt. The steps echoed hollowly. A thick cobweb swung in the corners from the draft. Here it is. Yep. A stone sarcophagus stood in front of them, and the cold light of the moon penetrating through the window. Mia instinctively tried to keep in sight both the sarcophagus and the entrance. Who would attack us here? But I still don't want to turn my back. He checked the walls. There were no niches or shelves. Point the light up. Nothing. The girls looked at the sarcophagus. We need to move the top. Mia? The place also influenced Frances. She spoke in a whisper. Who could Luke have put in there? Are you asking me? I hardly knew him. Maybe it's only the box in there. Yeah, your May is reassuring. Will you check it out yourself? Oh no. I don't know what's better. Is she gonna keep a lookout? Nah, you better do it. The vampire sighed. Alright, stand aside. Sure? Yes, come on. There's nothing to it. Thank you. I feel somehow uneasy about this. Frances leaned on the cover. I hope if someone's in there, it doesn't look too gross. So many years have passed. Sound of stones sliding on stone filled the room. Mia? Yes? There's nobody in here. Oh, good. Inside was a box. Alright, let's take it, cover that back, and go. Mia carefully opened it, pointing her flashlight towards it. The scroll is in place. The folded manuscript was exactly like the one that was kept in Peter Gent's museum. Mia immediately remembered Dante. How is he doing there? I wonder if everything is okay with him. The vampire hurried her. Open it. Let's. How about y'all open it back out of here? We don't have time to sit here and study this. That guy could be back any second. Why are they not taking this seriously? What the heck? It's like almost like she hasn't broken into a place before and stolen stuff. She absolutely has. But then again, she didn't hurt her there either. She was just making out with Max, which I don't blame her about that, but okay. Okay. Mostly faded, barely readable lines. This music is new. Dark brown ink. It's hard to see in this light. It seems the text is very similar. Let me see. Frances took the manuscript. In the hour of the moon full, a mortal will receive another life when giving her own for someone else. But her fate will be lost. They will call her the Moonborn. And it will be so. Interesting. There are differences. Mia thought. Was blood used as ink? It seems so. Try to determine which part of the text is written in a different kind of blood. Another kind? Not human. Like Dante once did, the vampire looked at her finger and rubbed the letters a little. I don't know, I can't tell. Try, please? You can do it. Won't we ruin the relic? These aren't that old, really. Frances sniffed for a long time, carefully smearing the manuscript, trying to taste. I'm just not sure. It seemed that the main part is written in the blood of one person, and in the first sentence it's written in the blood of another. Vampire. Well, well. In the hour of the moon full, a mortal will receive another life when given her own for someone else. What does that mean? Did you give your life for someone else? I mean, really gave it? And got another? Me remember how it all happened. That night when she first saw Sean, when she was bitten by a vampire. I saved someone, right, but if the manuscript is telling the truth, it turns out. With dry lips she whispered, I died that night. For good. This wasn't a conversion, this is another life. The life of the Moonborn. The girl's hands shook. Hey, are you okay? It's okay. Do you hear me? Who cares what nonsense is written in ancient times? Mia leaned her forehead against the cold wall. Her throat spasmed, emotions overwhelmed her, demanding an exit. Take a few deep breaths. It's still me. Gulping air, she closed her eyes. I'm still alive. She was able to calm down. Mia? She shook her head. I'm fine. Doesn't look like it. You should not take every word of this thing literally. I'm sure that this prophecy, like any other, is full of parables. They were silent. Finally, Frances asked, Repeat it back to me. During the full moon, death would spare the maiden. The night will bestow her strength. The day will cure her of weakness. They'll call her the Moonborn, and so it will be. Death will spare. Well, yes, it doesn't sound so gloomy. I think the only part that is written in the blood of a vampire matters. This is the second sentence. The night will bestow her strength, the day will cure her of dark weakness. And how does it work? So four boxes, 4 true parts of the prophecy. Looks like it. So you have the beginning. In the hour of the full moon, a mortal will receive another life when given her own for someone else. The night will bestow her strength, the day will cure her of weakness. Mia looked out the window at the light of the moon. So you gave me a new life? You gave me birth? Assuming it's true, well, what awaits me? Why do you need me? Who am I? Mia, we have nothing more to do here. Moving the heavy cover of the sarcophagus into place, the girls went out into the street. Let's hope that guy isn't out there just waiting for us. They were already at the gates of the cemetery when a scream came from behind. Stop! Vandals! Oh no. Vandals! Seems he saw the open crypt. You left it open? Why didn't you close it behind you? They made it to the gate. They didn't close the door back? What? Oh my god. Why are they so stupid? It's like they wanted to get caught. Let's hurry this up a bit. He is never gonna trust anybody again. This room is so red. In a quiet and cozy bar, in the small bay window, located far enough from the rest of the tables, one could speak freely. What's next? Should we try to find the next box? First, I need to go to Amsterdam. Alright, I'll go get some coffee and then you can explain why. Do you want one? Yes, thanks. Frances went to the bar. Mia pulled the phone out of her purse and turned to check her email. A missed call? What can it be? Seeing Max's name, she immediately called back. Long ringing beeps were heard. Mia was about to hang up when someone picked up. Hello? This is not the voice of Fall. Who are you? It's Sean. Could you get Max Fall on the phone? Sorry, he's busy, but I'm good too. Oh, Sean, I didn't recognize you. Could you get Max? I can't. Don't fool around. Where is he? Here's the thing. Sean's more sympathetic to the choices you made earlier. The beginning is promising. No, don't overthink it. This is all Father's doing. Sean, can you explain? Where's Max? At the movies. What's the problem? He's with Samantha. Bitch trying to steal my man. I will fuck her up. No, I'm kidding. But seriously though. He left his cell at home. My father asked him to talk to her a little. Something like it would be good for building relationships between our packs. Oh my god. Mia sighed and then asked, what about Max? Don't you know him? He swore a lot. He said that he has a girlfriend. Father stood his ground, pointing out that he doesn't ask Max to do much. Then he should leave his nonsense aside, that they do not want anything more from him, and that this is something the family needs. I see. Just don't be mad, and don't imagine things. Max was so angry that I'm sure this redhead won't be pleased with his company. I will tell him you called. Okay. Goodbye, Sean. Oh, and he was trying to call me to tell me, to give me a heads up. Oh. That's sweet. I trust Max. I don't really like Samantha. Her mood was completely ruined. Mia understood that going to the movies was no reason to fight with the family. However, her current situation did not add any positive thoughts to the situation. Turning the smartphone in her hands, the girl waited for the vampire to return. Is something wrong? Well, I was better a minute ago, but it's not important right now. Here, is an espresso alright? Perfect. I guess. So, why do you need to go to the Netherlands? They're supposed to be looking after me there. I promised to sit there quietly and not look for trouble. It's safe in Amsterdam. And instead you visited Hallstatt and Bordeaux. And Florence. Well done. It was necessary. I had to. Was it necessary? Mia shook her head. I found information. However, it's time to return to the hotel for now. Dang it! I was trying to find which everyone was. What's the name? I don't understand the difference between those. Whatever. It's time to return to the hotel for now. I don't think I should show up with you in a vampire society. I'll come with you over there and then check myself into an inconspicuous hotel nearby. That would probably be better. Yes. Let's go. Alright. One final episode of season 3. Alright. Last days in Amsterdam, Mia still has one thing to take care of. What's that? Find the rest of the boxes? Shouldn't that be 2 things? Like, are they both in Europe or... The end of the Odyssey. Mia set aside her unfinished coffee. Before her lay a smartphone and manuscripts. In the hour of the moon full, a mortal will receive another life when giving hers for someone else. The night will bestow her strength. The day will cure her of weakness. And then it's written. They call her the Moonborn, and so it will be. What is actually said at the end of the prophecy? The girl was waiting for Francis, who had gone out to rent a new car. And here's Max. Mia thoughtfully watched the smartphone vibrate on the flat table. Yes? Hi, Sean said you called? I left the cell at home. Are you okay? Okay, I guess the other one would have impacted it negatively. Yes, don't worry. Your voice sounds tired. Hunter, Trevor, work. And then Ralph got on my back, talked to Samantha. Why? He's convinced that it will help the packs know each other better and find a common language. And how did it go? Did it work? You already are going to the cinema together, it seems. Are you jealous? Should I be, or a little? A little? You should not be, little one. I don't need anyone but you. Really? Really? Damn it, Mia. I'm not much of a sweet talker. Believe me, I think of you more often than anyone. Mia listened to the wolf's words and smiled. So cute. Your voice sounds tired. You're imagining it. Mia doubtfully said. Max? Well, maybe a little. The hunter, Trevor, my colleague, is on vacation. Work is piling up. On top of everything, Ralph got on my back with this damn Samantha nonsense. Can you stop? Oh my god. I don't like the fact that you spend time with her. Neither do I, and for the sake of clarity, I don't spend time with her. We went to the movies once. How was the movie? Complete nonsense. Senses running around, 2 hours of flesh and blood on the walls. What an interesting choice. She picked it, wanted something not too highbrow. The girl couldn't resist asking, how's Samantha? Difficult. What are you talking about? It's difficult to communicate with someone who is eaten up by the sense of her own inferiority, always trying to prove the opposite to everyone. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk about her. What are you doing? Inferiority. Interesting. Might not be easy trying to be in control of a pack as a woman, because it seems like mostly guys run things. Mia responded evasively. This and that. She looked up at the approaching Francis. Max, I'm sorry. I'm in a cafe with a friend. I see. You can't really talk now? Yeah. Then that's it for now. Kisses for the most beautiful neck. Done. Frances was playing with a set of keys in her hand, hooked on a ring in the shape of a car steering wheel. We can go. Great. Mia got up from the table. You don't look so good. Are you okay? Don't worry. Thank you. You sure? Yes, everything's fine. You're wandering around Europe, constant changes in climate, no sleep. This tour is tiring. It's really just my nerves are on edge. Mia yawned. Okay, you can sleep on the road. I was thinking about something else. I have no acquaintances. I have not communicated with any of the vampires. But you have some connections in Amsterdam, right? Maybe you can learn something about Luca? I just have to decide who I can really talk to. There's that group at the bar, but once again, we never talked with them about anything important. After returning to the Netherlands, Mia didn't know if Xander had been aware of her trips. I hope not. She opened the closet to get a towel. Wait a sec. This dress was in a different place. Did the maid rummage through here? The question is, why? Calling at the reception, Mia asked to have her room cleaned. A minute later, the door opened. Well, it's not always going to be the same maid, though. It's kind of cute, though. You called? You're hoping to be converted, like all the people working here, right? Yes? Why do you ask? Let's do it the easy way, okay? Answer me honestly, and I will not touch you. Mia nodded at the closet. Who told you to inspect my things? And what were you looking for? I don't understand. Mia calmly sat on the bed and smiled. Think about this. You work here. I'm a guest. Imagine who my patrons are. What will happen to you if I complain? Even if you did follow the orders of a vampire, he would not intercede. You would not be turned. But Mia interrupted her with a gesture. And that's the best case scenario. More likely they will blame you, and they will simply kill you. If you tell me everything, what happened will remain between us. Okay, I will tell you. That's right. Very rich men and women stay here. Usually vampires, rarely people. So what? The maid hesitated, finally uttering. No one notices if 100 euros disappear. For them, the money means nothing, but for me, you want a better life. Yes, I'm sorry. Nobody ordered me to rummage through your closet, believe me. Looking closely at the maid, Mia nodded. I do. I haven't taken anything from you. Please do not expose me. I don't want the death of this girl on my conscience. That's crazy if you didn't have enough. Since I'll think about it, that's hilarious. Thank you. Let's fuck with stuck to the story in the future. Why would she have told would she have said something to somebody about something? How is this gonna affect the future? I don't know. Get out of here. I will not do it again. And I have to wait for my computer to be quiet. Alright, I will not do it again. Leave already. Okay, that's solved. When Mia got out of the shower, the maid came back. Sorry to bother you. What else? I wanted to thank you for the fact that you would not turn me in. She reached out a plastic rectangle. This is a VIP client card for the beauty parlor. A vampire gave it to me. It's very good there. Try it. You will like it. Okay. Does this fix the story? Thank you. You received this thanks to high diplomacy. Bye. Mia closed the door behind the girl. Well, at least I don't leave you to wonder how it will affect the story. After dinner, the phone rang. Hi, Trish. Hi, is everything okay? Yes. I need to go to my father's place for a couple of weeks. If you don't mind, Moonby will come with me. It may be better to leave him with Max. I don't like the idea of giving the poor little guy to a wolf, though. He gets along well with animals. Yeah, if he's not eating them. He won't hurt my pet. Well, you know best. Talk to you later. Bye. I don't let her take the pet. In the evening, Mia decides, and Max has a lot going on right now, though. He doesn't really have time to take care of a pet on top of taking care of Trevor and everything. Apparently he works, and stuff like that, and dealing with this pack stuff. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. In the evening, Mia decides to go down to the restaurant and mingle with Vampire Society. This is a VIP card from Film at a Salon. You have access to a large selection of makeup. Oh, that's all. During the day you went to the salon to do your makeup. No. I guess we'll just go with this for an intense smoky eye type of look. And we can just wear this on special occasions and just wear other makeup every day. I definitely don't like this one, for sure. This one's the least offensive, I feel like. As you can tell, I'm not a big fan of like heavy makeup. I feel crazy like even giving my Sims heavy makeup, so I definitely don't want to give her heavy makeup either. This is kind of heavy though on the eye, but it'll do. I think I'm irresistible. Oh wait, am I going downstairs? Oh no, wait, let me get dressed. Stop! I can't wear this. Hold up. Let's get dolled up. We can put that on. If we're wearing Oriental clothing, we might as well wear this, right? Sure. Trinkets, pearls. We can wear these earrings. Bird tattoo. Black mitts. Mirrors, necklace. You can't even see it. Yeah, let's wear the earrings. Okay. Classical music played in the restaurant hall. At the nearby table, Mia saw Sophia with an unfamiliar vampire. Huh. Good evening. Will you join us? They treat you friendlier due to the high reputation you have among vampires. Thank you, with pleasure. Let me introduce you to Anika. Alright. I don't remember this lady. Small talk started. Interlocutors asked Mia about her Amsterdam impressions with visible interest. They were curious what the differences were, in her opinion, between the society of vampires and the new and old worlds. They noticed her makeup. You are quite becoming. Your reputation among the vampires has increased. Okay, cool. Time flew by. Then Anika, saying she has important matters to attend to, departed. There might not be a better moment. Sophia. We will not be straightforward. She told us not to be straightforward. Remember that. Let's go with this one. Would you answer me? Maybe, depending on who it is. There will be no harm in my question. Ask away. Luca Mero, do you know anything about him? The vampire looked at Mia for a long time. Looking around the hall, she spoke more quietly. Mia, you impose on me, but you are very curious. I'm not sure. So don't count on much. If it was anyone else but Van Art who stood behind you, I wouldn't talk to you at all. I don't need much. Do you know of his enemies or friends? Sophia found a pen in her purse and wrote something on a napkin. She turned the paper over, gently pushing it towards the girl. Luca's last address. I did not know his social circle. We were only briefly acquainted. The vampire rose from the table, heading for the exit and taking out her phone. Who are you gonna call? Mia, trying not to attract attention, came closer. What is she saying? Concentrate on hearing. And more importantly, to whom? Yeah, that's kind of suspect. Having covered her eyes, Mia mentally weeded out other sounds. The music faded, and voices from other tables disappeared. Who are you talking to, Sophia? Thanks to the developed gift of the moon, Mia heard Sophia. It seemed Mia that the vampire was standing 2 steps away from her. Are you sure everything is fine? Someone killed Fabian. Oh, jeez. He was supposedly seen in the company with Guerrera, who also disappeared somewhere. It seems to me a suspicious coincidence that everything happened after the appearance of this girl. Today she asked me about Luca Mero. Exactly. Another historian killed a few years ago. I hope you know what you're doing, Xander. Sophia put away the phone and Mia hurried back to her room. At least now I have the address of Luca. Can you trust it, though? Could be a trap. She seemed to think I'm responsible, and what does Xander know about this? So that no one would see me and Francis together, they met far from the hotel. Hi. I'm afraid I have little time left. The vampire who looks after me learned about my interest in Luca. Well, that's not good. But did you figure something out? I got the address where Luca lived. Great. While you pretend to be a good girl, I will go check it out. It might turn out to be useful for us. It's in the suburbs of Paris. I'll fly. Back. It'll take a couple of days. Take care. They moved down the street. The vampire took out her phone and poked at the screen. I booked a ticket. The flight is in the morning. By the way, I also didn't waste any time. I found information about the other boxes. The third one was received by a huntsman who lived in a deep forest, also in France, by the way. However, about a year ago, he left for an unknown destination. Do you have any good news? As it starts to rain. No, the fourth address is in Germany. It does not exist at all. The house has long been demolished. We'll come up with something. I will find it with time. Stay positive. The weather is getting worse again. I suggest we unwind a bit. Seriously, we need to rest. Do vampires get tired? My brain is boiling like everyone else's. It would do me good to forget about the prophecy at least for a while. You too, by the way. I found a club here. Let's go check it out. Okay. The vampire raised her hand, flagging a cab. Mia looked around. Jazz and blues. Fun. Neat tables, large leather chairs in the corner. On a stage, a blues band was playing. Unexpected. Why? When you said a club, I imagined a neon-filled hall with a crowd of people jumping to thundering music. Don't you like it? Yeah. This is totally more my vibe. Good. Let's sit down. Mia, you didn't say whether you're working or studying. Both. Where? Having made an order, the girls chatted about trivial stuff, trying to get to know each other better. You have plans for life. Friends left in Bordeaux. Francis thought, well, first I'll take care of Luca's final will and help you. Then I will avenge his death. Don't you think that revenge is bad? I do not think so. Raising a brow in surprise, the vampire asked, are you against revenge? I mean, I wouldn't want it for me. That's not true. It depends. I think, because I'm thinking about I was just playing Fire Emblem and something happened bad and I immediately was looking forward to getting retribution. But that's in a video game. I mean, I'm playing a game right now too. Can I just say I don't know? I would just agree to disagree. Me decides to move away from a difficult topic, returning to the original question. And then, when you deal with all the troubles and debts, what will you do? I'll travel, find a loved one or a vampire who will make me want to come home in the evening. And what is he like? The guy of your dreams. Francis laughed. Why do you believe it must be a man? Well, I don't dwell on race or gender. The main thing is personality. So you like girls? Not all of them, of course. That's understandable. Are you bothered by my views? No. Everyone has the right to decide who he or she wants to be with. After that, the girls talked for a long time. The vampire was not averse to philosophizing on various topics. A couple of times the conversation turned into a dispute. Sometimes the conversation broke off in mid-sentence, both pondering about what was said. In the morning, Francis flew to Paris. Francis is interesting. I like her. At breakfast, Sarah surprised me and discovered Xander. Are you really surprised? Of course he's now checking closely up on you now. He had not appeared at the hotel before during daylight hours. The vampire was talking on the phone. The girl went to the counter and ordered a coffee. Oh yeah, wait to listen to this too. A few minutes later, her smartphone quietly vibrated. Yes? It was Max. Dang it. She immediately recognized the angry notes in his voice. Oh. Xander probably told Victor, and Victor probably told Max. Hi, hero. I think it's time for you to wrap up your odyssey. Damn it. Mia, I'm here. I can explain. Thank you. I hoped as much. Come back home and tell me. I need to wait for Francis. There's a vampire there. Your guardian, Van Art's friend? Xander? That's it. Xander will buy you tickets and take you to the airport. He will make sure you don't run off somewhere to London. What about the hunter? The werewolf shortly stated, is taken care of. Ooh. They said their goodbyes. Mia's mood was worse than ever. Leaving the coffee, she went over to Xander. Brat, he bring. The vampire was a little uneasy, but tried not to show it. Hi. Good morning. Mia answered sarcastically. If you say so. Why am I mad at him? He was supposed to be watching me. Is this a joke? I don't know what to say. Why did you tell him? I would first discuss everything with you, but Xander spread his hands. I didn't know where to find you. Mia, I would not interfere in your affairs. However, when I asked directly, I could not lie. Mia sat opposite from him. Because of me, you also have problems with Van Art. Please forgive me, but I need your help. Are you serious? Consider this the last request. I have to stay here a bit more. To finish something, I will not leave Amsterdam. I don't understand. Buy me a ticket for tomorrow. I swear, I'm not going anywhere. Victor can easily find out that there are tickets for today. How do I explain why I didn't buy one? Someone can buy all the tickets before you do. If you have money problems. No problem there. Well, I will help you. Back in the room, Mia called Francis. Okay, so I know what happened. Sophia is nervous that I was in on what's happening to all the people around, like Fabian and stuff like that. Because obviously it could have been a friend of hers or something like that. And I think she's just naturally concerned that I'm somehow involved in doing something to these vampires. And so she went to Xander. I think Xander was just telling her to keep a cool head and don't say anything about it. And she was asking if he's sure, and he was saying that he was because, of course, he's Victor's friend, and Victor told him to have my back. So I think that's what happened. I think he actually had my back, and yeah. But we do have to worry about Sophia running her mouth to Angel Mora or something like that. I think she's the only one in the situation who can't be trusted. I don't think Xander's bad. The girls agreed to meet at the same club. The vampire returned from Paris in the morning. There were only a couple of hours left before Mia's flight. So you're leaving? Yeah. On the phone, you said you had bad news? Yes, Luca had a big mansion. Some industrialist bought it, but it's not important. What matters is, I checked the whole house, found empty safes. Then I searched the wine cellar. Also nothing much of interest except for a couple of bottles of 82 La Fontana Millésime. Mia smiled. What's this? Did you steal it? Armagnac from Gascony? I don't know. A subspecies brandy made from white wine. So, before I left, I talked to a servant. I found out that there was nothing more left from the previous owner, Luca. Only the gardener showed me 2 pots in front of the porch. Spit it out already. What did you find? I thought checking everything means really checking everything. And broke them. You cannot imagine the scene it caused. I was accused of vandalism for the 2nd time this week, but the vampire held out something the size of a book wrapped in paper. A plastic bag was buried under one of the junipers in the soil. This is what I found inside. Mia unfolded the paper. An overly zealous, hard-working gardener watered the plant for 20 years, so some moisture got inside. Luca's diary rotted. Damn it. The girl looked at the moldy leather of the cover. Dampness has destroyed almost all the pages. The ink floated on the ones that survived. You can just barely read just a couple of the last pages. And what's it say? Would you like the gist of it, or should I read everything? Everything! Enslaved by the old habit, Luca walked around the office and thought out loud. Oh, this is Luca. Oh, wait. Let me make sure my thing is out of the way. Hold on. Okay. How so? What a fool I am. I should have guessed long ago why you were looking for the prophecy. You wanted to make sure she would really appear. I was blind. Wait, you wanted to make sure she would really appear. After all, everything was right under my nose. I didn't want to see how your interest has long gone beyond reasonable. Will you dare to do it? Vampire shook his head, grinned. Of course, you never stopped. The Moonborn, the only one who can interfere with your plans. If they find out about her now, no one will believe it, who takes these ancient predictions seriously. The time will come when you have to remember the old wisdom. Everything has its own time. You are careful. You are trying to hide all the tracks. My friend is my enemy. How many years have we known each other? Empty hopes. You will soon understand everything. You will know that I figured you out. Maybe I should hide? Hide? It makes no sense. You will not rest until you find me. You will not believe that I did not disclose your insane idea to anyone else. I must pretend that everything is fine, that I am not doing anything. Only my death will calm you. Getting rid of me, that you will destroy all the information about her. I can't do anything about the first. However, I will not allow the second to happen. I will not let you carry out plans. This cannot happen. I know who his friend is. Wait. It says I can prevent something that Angel Mora is trying to do. However, it also stated that you want to make sure that she appeared. I'm confused. What can I prevent? What enemy plans is he referring to? I don't know. Well, read on. The vampire ruffled his hair, then nervously smoothed it. So, Luca, pull yourself together. It is necessary to preserve the prophecy so it can be read at the right time. The Moonborn most likely will know no more than others. However, she must understand who she is, her purpose. I need to divide the text into parts. Make 4 inconspicuous texts out of 1 important message. No one will pay attention to them. They will consider them fake. To do this, I must hide the essence and nonsense. A piece of real prophecy and a fake one. But how can the Moonborn understand what to pay attention to? The fake text will be written in human blood. And then, stopping, Luca looked outside the window. It's a matter of days, if not hours. I do not have time to prepare everything and hide the fragments. I need a vampire that he doesn't know. Better yet, one that none could connect with me. I'll have to find the right person and convert him. Leaving the prophecy to a convert is too dangerous. I have to figure out where to hide the prophecies. I have to give the Moonborn a chance to read the prophecy. For example, the museum of this eccentric gent is perfect. He is a layman. He is unlikely to distinguish an artificially aged paper from a genuine one. He would place the parcel among the exhibits. Plushton doesn't throw anything away. He keeps all the trash. So I'll try to leave a trail that leads back to the one I'll convert. I have to make a box. Perhaps I can give the Moonborn at least some kind of assistant. The vampire went to the table. I wonder how it would be. How should be the words interpreted? The night will bestow her strength. The day will cure her of weakness. Luca chose you by chance? Surely Luca expected me to be a vampire. I don't know. What does this mean? Probably from among those who were doomed. Sorry. It's okay. I think I should have said that. Opening a leather notebook, Luca muttered. My friend, you will not be able to act openly. Otherwise you will attract the attention of other vampires. I will send parts of the prophecy to different places. Even if you find out that I did it, you will have to look for them for a long time. You will not destroy the text completely. The Moonborn will finish this part for me. The enemy is experienced. Sacrificing a piece of myself will give the girl a chance to win. Let's play a gambit. Is that all? Francis nodded. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Well, I guess you can go home now. It will now be safe again there. Less dangerous than in Europe. Have you been to America? Why don't you fly with me? You're inviting me? Why? We became friends. At least that's how I felt about it. Right. I might come. A little later. At the very least, I have to decide what to do with the apartment in Bordeaux first. Good luck. Okay. We have finished off the season and we finally got to see the person most closely tied to this besides Angel Mora, Luca. We got to use our skills. I wonder what would happen if you were on Gift of Blood or Fortitude there with the maid girl. I don't know. So the next season has Francis on the cover. This is interesting. Mia returns home. 1 of 7. Oh, season 4 is kind of short. Okay, we might get through this a lot quicker than I thought. Because this past episode, we just finished doing 10 episodes, so it's like 3 episodes shorter. So okay. All right. we learned a lot. Unfortunately, the last 2 boxes aren't helping us out right now, and that's the part we need the most, unfortunately. But they're mostly in Europe, but we have to go home now, so I don't remember what happens. I remember I stopped playing at some point during season 4. So we're going to get to a point with the season where I literally have no idea what's going to happen afterward. And I have no clue about anything in season 5. So you're going to get to see me freak out like I do when I play Heaven's Secret and Chasing You. So that'll be interesting. Oh man. Okay. I'm excited. We're catching up. We're getting there. At least we're about to catch up to the place where I stopped before. So that'll be interesting. I can finally get some new information. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and show us some love and subscribe if you want to see more content. And I will see you next time. Bye.